Shenanigans. And we are live.
Doing shenanigans here at Wenatchee Insurance.
Suzilla.
I'm at Wenatchee Insurance.
It's-
That's Matt.
That's Susie.
Hi. It's Thursday. What's the date? The 9th. So we're almost at the beginning of the annual enrollment period. Oh my gosh. But that's not what we're going to talk about today, although I could for hours.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things we do more of a community business centric. And it drives the business advisors absolutely up the wall.
You're right.
Because the first thing they ask us is, what's your niche market?
Wenatchee.
And then we're like, well, everybody.
Yeah.
And
we don't discriminate.
And it's like, well, who's your preferred customer?
People
in the state of Washington.
People that aren't jerks.
And so, yeah, we kind of don't fit this weird business school model.
No, we really don't.
Cheapened business coach thing, mastermind group, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, we do things different.
Yeah, and it's worked for us. It doesn't work for everybody.
It's hard to say what works. And the reason why I say it's hard to say what works is because we follow a very simple formula.
Yes, we do.
We know and understand our products. We are customer focused.
Yes.
So we want to make sure the customer's experience is if there's a problem between the customer and the insurance company, we do our best to solve it, and that includes getting complaints filed.
If that's the appropriate move, yeah, we try and solve things before it has to get to that level. But if it has to escalate, we'll help escalate it.
Yeah, and some of that is us sorting through products and saying, that product might not be so good.
If we can get people set up with the right thing in the first place, there's a lot less problems in the grand scheme.
And we try to do our best to educate, and there's times where we have to bring that wheel around a couple times.
Yeah, that's true.
But that is the base formula. Is going through us understanding it, us explaining it, us answering questions, because we had a number of people that came to us over this last week that weren't having their questions answered.
Yeah, that was frustrating. I'm happy to help them. I'll never say that, but it's frustrating because I can't help but think that why aren't they getting their questions answered at the other businesses?
Well, it's insane because it's sales 101 is you want that customer engagement with questions because that's them buying in.
Yeah, they become okay. When you're in an industry like insurance, it's not a cut and dry. Here's your pizza. Have a good day. It's not. There's aspects to it that are not simple and cut and dry.
Well, it's even if it's I love the pizza example because when you go in, it's like, I like a pizza. Well, what would you like on your pizza?
There you go.
There's your first question right there. What would you like on your pizza? And it's like someone walking in and I like a pizza. And it's like, oh, here's the pepperoni.
Yeah, and sometimes you get that.
But it's just like, that's nuts.
I know. And what thing is like, well, but your client might say, well, what kind of pepperoni is it? Is it gluten-free? Is it gluten-free crust? Is it a vegan cheese? There's questions, and that question and answer conversation that creates a partnership. It creates what it does is it helps your client be engaged in the process. And when they're engaged in the process, they understand their product better.
Well, this other thing that's just terrifying, it means that the employees working there have to understand the product.
Yeah, there is that too. And they don't like that.
And so if you're not getting your questions answered in a reasonable fashion, then you might want to shop where you're getting your pizza from.
Yeah. Now I'll be honest with you. I am not 100% the perfect pizza maker. And I've dropped the ball a couple of times, but I
Mhm.
do my best to, pick it up and dust it off and figure it all out for folks. And if I'm not the right fit for someone, that's great. I'm okay with that. But I think that, and I encourage people to look elsewhere and try out different pizza parlors, I guess.
Yes, and that's being community.
Yeah.
That's not being the, oh no, hey, this is the only place you can get your pizza.
Absolutely not. There are, okay, just because the other businesses sell pizza too doesn't mean I can't support them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now they're going to disagree with me, but I don't care.
Yeah. And this has got, I mean, this is ancient. This is like Miracle on 34th Street ancient.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
And that was where the Santa Claus got, the kid got in the lap and directed him to the store across the street saying, hey, that's where you need to get that toy because it's a better deal.
Yeah.
And we do that.
Yeah. And we'll do that. And we won't hesitate. And because we care about our community and we care about our clients and we care about the people in our community who may or may not be our clients, because we want them to have the best product, the best pizza they can get.
Yeah, it's
and sometimes we've got the best pizza for them. Sometimes the neighbors have the best pizza for them.
And that's what's being that goal centric. Even our partners, like, no one does it like you guys. And it's like,
nope, never have been.
It's simple.
I think it's because we started without any training.
We had limited training. They gave, farmers gave me a clue.
Yeah.
And half the guys there were, I don't think a single one's left in the industry.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're probably right. Or they moved on to other companies or quit the industry altogether.
Yeah.
I came out of retail and brought a lot of those skills and created a very different model here, without any kind of formal, this is how you run an insurance agency kind of training. It's like, nah, I'm just going to run my business. They're just going to do it.
I'm just going to take care of people.
Yeah.
But it's a very different mindset than hey, let's build this assembly line where customers walk in the door, drop off money, and go away.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's that's not what we built.
It's not what we built. It's not how we operate.
No, it's
not.
not.
And it's weird because we get customers that you can tell have been trained in that mentality. That oh well, hey, I'm gonna give you money and hopefully never have to use this.
Yeah.
And just want minimal effort. It's like,
well, and then you've got the other people who think if they throw more money at it, they'll get, they'll be able to get preferential treatment. It's like that's not the case here.
So let's get into some of the niching of our pizza parlors out there.
Okay.
Because I love watching Bar Rescue.
Okay. That's fun with Jay Chapper.
Because I see on how other businesses do things. And one of the key elements that I always took away from was the bikers out front.
Yeah.
And people don't realize if they've been doing their business because they're busy, manning the tills, manning everything, and their business is starting to dwindle. They don't notice that they got 30 bikes out front.
Yeah, blocking the front door, being intimidating.
Well, it's not just being intimidating. It's there's a certain perception of the crowd that goes with it.
That's true. And whether or not it's correct, that's not the point. The point is there's a perception.
There's a perception. So it drives away new customers.
Right. Unless they feel like they fit in that niche, they're not going to want to go in.
Because I'll tell you just point blank, years ago, I worked events for parking. And I was parking cars for the Allman Brothers.
Oh, okay.
And yes, we had a big biker element show up for that.
That makes perfect sense.
And I tell you what, they were a better crowd than the Harry Connick Jr. crowd.
I believe that. I believe that.
Just point blank. It's like, I'll work for these guys all day long.
Yeah. Well, when you get into, with the Harry Connick crowd, you were probably getting entitlement issues.
Oh, yeah.
big time.
Mm.
I want my Mercedes parked just so, and I want it with this
BMW
level.
is a hot
I
car.
want my BMW just in the right place. And I need to be able to get it in an instant, and I don't want to be parking it over there. I want it parked over there. It's like, I don't care if there's no parking spots over there. There's a parking spot for me.
So yeah, you've got to look at, are your current customers blocking?
Okay, that's an interesting way to take a Yeah, I mean, in an insurance company, you're not going to have a row of motorcycles in front of you, but are they? Well, see, that's an interesting question, because one of the things, because we are like as inclusive as we can possibly get in our office, that can be considered a block by some people.
Yes. And at the end of the day, when someone has policy questions answered, we'll give it to them.
Regardless.
And we've actually seen that very early on in the Affordable Care Act, where there were other agencies saying, "Oh no, that's a horrible program."
They did. They said, "Oh no, we're not going to do that. We're blah 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 blah."
Or this is why insurance is broken, because of this one program passed by this one president.
That's not true.
And that is then the customer's going to ask the question, well, why are you selling it then?
Yep. If you don't believe it, why are you selling it? Well, because I have to.
And this is like, no, it's like, I tell people, it's like, yeah, no, I was the first customer. This is my 13th open enrollment. I've had a ACA plan from day one.
I think so. It's interesting little side note about Affordable Care Act. With the Washington Health Plan Finder, you're assigned an application ID number. The first year, they're all the earlier an adopter you are, the lower your number. Matt is not the lowest number we have in our book.
No, it's actually very, very amusing.
He's like the third lowest.
Yeah.
And the other two people came in after they came to join our group years later. So it's like, oh wow, that's a really low number. But yeah, Matt was the lowest number for a long time. That
was 4-digit
number.
Yeah.
And they started everyone with 4 digits.
Oh, they did start everyone?
Yeah, I don't think there's any 3 digits.
I've never seen a 3-digit.
No, they start everyone with 4-digit numbers.
We're up to like 6, I want to say.
6 or 7.
Yeah.
And we're in the 4s. So yeah, I can at this point I can tell almost how old your policy is by your ID number, how long you've been in and out of the program.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
So yeah, you get these things. So yeah, there are some people who their actions blocked, and then it's by associations.
Yeah.
And people are not seeing, are sometimes not seeing their associations and how destructive they are.
Yes. Yeah. If you have an association that is, I guess I could say negative.
I'm going to go with a one out there. Okay. It's a completely different industry that's getting some heat, and it's interesting, and it's from All Elite Wrestling, AEW.
Yeah.
And they've been outspoken against ICE.
Right.
It's not a real surprise because of, hey, human rights, human right violators.
Right.
And one of the stars noticed, hey, wait a minute, this was Hangman Adam Page. Noticed, hey, why am I looking at ICE commercials on our program?
Ooh, I didn't know he did that.
And he said, yeah, here, all my fans, this is where you complain to the people who are broadcasting commercials of ICE on our network. And their money's no good here.
Now, isn't he in the corporate side of AEW as well?
I'm not sure on the corporate structure. It's definitely set up more wrestler friendly.
Very much so.
And it was as far as I know, I saw the post yesterday. It was still up, so management didn't slap his hands or anything over it.
Well, see, that's the cool thing about AEW is they listen to their people. It seems like like you said, it's a more wrestler friendly organization as opposed to their main competitors, the WWE.
And you can instead of just using wrestler friendly, you could say employee friendly.
Yeah, generally a more human friendly, I guess you could say.
And so you've got, community friendly, and they recognize the problems with that organization and it driving people away and doing that. And so they said, hey, you know what, we shouldn't be taking money from them.
Mm-mm. And the fact that he stood up and said that and did not, if he had been more of a corporate wrestler, I guess you could say, he could have lost his contract.
Yeah.
And that's not what happened here.
Yeah, because there's a freedom of speech there.
Exactly. And he used it, and I appreciate that, and I applaud it. And he didn't run afoul of his corporate overlords.
But that's an example of associations that can damage your brand.
Yes, it is. That can damage your brand. Having that association, being connected with something like ICE, for example, can damage your brand.
Yeah.
Or it can help your brand. We're inclusive. We associate heavily with the GSBA over in the Seattle area.
Now, yeah, that's one of those ones that I will talk about. GSBA stands for the Greater Seattle Business Association. It is the LGBTQ and Allies Chamber of Commerce for Washington State.
Right.
Okay. 200 miles away, that Chamber of Commerce has driven more business to our doorstep than our city's Chamber of Commerce, which is about a half mile down the road.
Yeah. So that says a little. That says something.
So that says the massive difference of being inclusive versus being a niche.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe our local is too nichey.
It's the, there are too many mean girls in high school. Click.
Oh yeah. Wednesdays we wear pink.
And they've got different rules, and they drive out business.
Yeah, which is a shame. It really is. So you kind of need, I'm not saying that you have to not work your niche, but you have to watch to see if your associations are evil.
Well, it's damaging. You got to see if those associations are damaging to your
business,
to your business,
to your community, to your heart,
your customers.
Yeah.
We walked into a cafe the other day, and it's like, oh yeah, there's the ICE guys.
Yeah.
And Susie didn't recognize it.
Not at first glance. Matt spotted it I'm learning the signs.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, because years and years ago, I worked at the federal building and I took care of their offices. So I know what they look like and how they move and act. Yeah. And it's like, it's like I've worked in a number of different paramilitary groups. So it's like, oh yeah, I know all the clothing. Yeah. You'll see me in ripstop pants and in high end sneakers.
Not for a while.
Yeah, I still got a pair.
Got them, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got those for exercising, but that's a whole other conversation. Yeah. The interesting thing is about this particular group. They were meeting at this cafe. Who is actually known to be, accepting and inclusive.
Yes.
A safe place.
Because there are, for example, Chicago is a really good example. Where they can't get places to eat. They can't get food because people have said, I don't want you in our business.
Yep. I wonder if the owner of that particular business realized that what was going on there?
Probably not, because they operate in the same rules as we do. It's like, hey, you take care of everybody unless they make a problem.
Yeah.
Because we've got people all over the state, all political spectrums, and I'm probably not going to go into a political rally that's with a cross burning. No, that's just not for me. If you want to go, cool. Keep it out of my sight. I don't want to know about it. I don't want to hear about it.
You can do plausible deniability.
And
maybe my helping you will give you a different perspective, and maybe you won't think quite that way if we discuss things.
Well, the problem is, and this is one of those problems. Being as inclusive as we are, is we enable people to really look hard at themselves. It's like, do I want to be mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I want to be cruel?
And sometimes they do. Sometimes they get a real joy out of it.
Oh yeah, and it's like, yeah, I've had to. No, sorry, not interested. I've been invited to different groups. It's like, no, I'm good. My little veteran status is good. I don't need to hang out in the woods and play pew pew with you.
That's okay for us.
That's okay, but that's those associations you got to look at hard. And I think that as more and more businesses look harder at themselves, because there is a grift. What was it? Was it Town Square? Is a conservative SharePoint.
Okay.
Online for like-minded businesses that you pay into. So it's basically an association, and a number of people have used it to look up. It's like, and I think more people have used it to look up businesses who not to do business with.
Yeah.
Because they've got horrible practices where they exclude.
If you walk in there in a rainbow T-shirt, they'll give you heck over it.
Yeah, and it's goofy because, for instance, the Berlin Brigade for the Army when I was in, it had a rainbow on it.
Nice.
It had a rainbow and a sword. Nice. So it was one of those people don't realize. It's like, there are some things out there that are very different to look at if you're not looking at it through a political lens.
Now, if I take myself out of my own personal boots and put myself into their boots, they would be saying the same thing, but from their side.
The difference, and this is the big difference, is they would be, no, you can't do business with them.
Yeah, that's true. That's it. No, you can't go use them because they are against they're against God a lot of the times is what they'll say. And are against our
beliefs. They're not family focused.
Yeah, well, just absolutely not true.
And you start to look at it, and it's like, and we're like, no, go do business with them.
Yeah, see what it's like.
If
they fit you best, you go, folks.
It's one of those ones. I actually over the years have developed a line. If you can find someone that works harder, longer hours, that understands the product that you can better relate to, go to them.
Absolutely.
And that is the difference. It's like, no, we will say, go shop. And inevitably they come back and it's like, you're right. And then the reason is because we respect people for being different.
Exactly. Until you give me a reason to disrespect you, I will respect you.
Yeah.
You treat me and my people right in my office, I'll work with that. If you're going to be a complete dillhole, we're going to have a word.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. I have a tendency to match energy.
Yeah.
So if someone comes at me very negative, bam, I could reflect it right back.
Yeah, I have to work at that particular skill. It's not always a good thing to match energy if you've got someone coming in hot, because sometimes it can cause a fight. Sometimes what I do is I try to diffuse the high energy. Sometimes like yesterday I had to match energy with somebody because they were in a loop, and I had to break them out of it.
Yeah.
And that's just the way their brain works. It's like, well, sometimes that's what happens. And I read the room, and I think I helped them. It was a tough one. But you make it work.
Yeah, well, that's you're a middle child, so you kind of play that peacekeeper.
Yeah, that's true. I've always played the peacekeeper role. I don't like confrontations with conflict at all.
And see,
and you as the oldest child will thrive on it.
Well, yeah, I kind of thrive on conflict.
You start conflicts in your family.
And I do the best not to do that anymore.
But you used to.
I used to. But I'm also been regulated to the chiller.
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, the room will do the, someone will come in hot and it's like they'll point over there and it's like, you don't want to mess with him.
Yeah. You stand there and look all stern.
And I look all surly and stuff, like playing with a freaking little bunny or something. And it ends it.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things like, no, do you really? Okay, let's do this thing. And it's goofy because I don't respond to threats.
No, I've never met anybody that's managed to intimidate Matt. And that's one of the weirdest things about him is I don't think he's intimidable.
I also am incredibly honest.
Yes, and that's part of why it works. You can't I can't come up with the word all of a sudden. Can't buffalo him because he sees through all the buffalo poo.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that if an insurance company comes to me and says, I will tell them straight up, hey, you need to work on this. Or, hey, your product is designed right.
Yeah.
I will do my best to update them and guide them so that the customer gets a better product.
Now, some people do not respond well to that. They think, well, you're just being a know-it-all. You don't know our stuff. You don't know how we work. You can just, you're just being the smartest man in the room. And you've had that happen.
I've had that happen, and I've had that. It's the let's knock rings on the table and see who responds. It's just like, okay, guys, and I there's a reason this is my 13th open enrollment.
Yeah.
I know who's doing what and where and how it can improve. When someone says, well, you're just getting paid for it. I don't get paid for every policy.
Not by long shot. We've had this conversation many times.
And that's one of the things that people don't understand because they're outside of the industry. There are policies that we have written for years.
And taking care of the clients and taking care of all kinds. I held their hands and done run their paperwork. Never got a penny for them.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
And that's okay because they're taken care of.
Right. And that's us serving our community, doggone it.
And at the same time, I will go to the people who are running those programs and say, hey, you'd get a lot more outreach and a lot more customer support if you funded the customer service like you should.
There you go. But they don't.
And so, yeah, I will sit there and it's like, well,
you will flog that till the cows come home.
And I have been. And it's become this kind of laughable joke. And I say it's laughable joke because we take care of so many people. When I say so many people are gobsmacked by the amount of people that flow through here that we don't charge a dime for.
Yep.
And the only reason we have that massive volume is because we take care of all our community and it actually reduces our bottom line. If we were concerned about getting paid for every single policy, we would have 4-hour days.
It's true.
And it's true, and that's one of those things that people don't realize when we're working, consistently these long hours and stuff. The reason we're working these long hours and taking care of our community is because we don't get paid for every policy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and we're not stopping that, and that's okay.
So yeah,
and we're happy to help our community. That's what we do.
So if your business is kind of slowing down, start to check if you got some gatekeepers outside.
Yeah.
Check your own personal processes. Are you associating with some gatekeepers?
Mm-hmm.
Are you making things difficult? Do you got a bunch of stairs leading to your office and you're serving people with mobility issues?
Mm-hmm. Little things like that.
It's 1,000.
That's actually a big thing.
Yeah, but it's
1,000 little things of that.
Do you take the time to explain your products?
Mm-hmm.
Or when someone has a question, you can expand on it. Hey, this bottle of red works well with this pepperoni pizza.
There you go.
So there is a ton of different things to move from that little, I'm really a niche motorcycle business that only serves pepperoni pizza, to, hey, I've got this fully actualized pizzeria that serves anything the customer wants.
There you go.
So, hey, have a great day.
Yes, indeed.
Take a look at your business and see if you can run a community business.
All right. Bye.
Bye.